Hey guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel. If you are new here, hi and welcome. My name is Becky, but I go by the name of Dlamini on this channel. Hope you like it here. Hope you stay and subscribe and become part of my beautiful growing family. If you are a return subscriber, welcome back. Thank you so much for returning, and I hope you are happy to see your favorite inspiring Zulu girlfriend, Dlamini. By the title of the video, we are doing a get to know me tag, an updated get to know me tag. The last time I did a get to know me tag, I don't know how many years ago it was, 2 or 3 years ago, so I decided to record an updated one. I did ask you guys to ask me questions in a YouTube community post and also on Instagram, so I did get a few questions. Thank you so much if you did ask me a question. So let's not waste any more time. Let's get straight into the questions. So I did write the questions on my notebook because I'm using my phone to record, and my other phone, my son's phone, is broken, so I couldn't use that. So let's dive into the questions. The first questions are going to be the first set of questions that I'm going to answer are from Instagram. So yeah, let's answer those questions and then we'll also answer the YouTube questions. So the first question is, what advice would you give a woman in her 30s having second thoughts about having a child? So I think this question is more about having a child and she's in her 30s. So I would say be financially ready, because having a child is very expensive. It is very expensive. Nobody must not fool you and say no, it's because you choose certain things like maybe orata and for your child and stuff. No, having a child, it's just expensive. Having to pay school fees expensive, having to buy clothes is expensive, having to buy milk and Pampers, nappies, not Pampers, Pampers is a brand, buying nappies and all of that is very expensive, guys. So having a child is just expensive. So be financially ready, especially if you have a vision of the kind of life you'd like your kids to live. Be financially ready. Secondly, I feel like it's important to have a supportive partner towards your pregnancy, towards being a parent. Yeah, it's really important. That is very important, and having a supportive partner towards pregnancy journey and also being a parent. You know, I never got that when it came to the meaning of having a supportive partner when it comes to parenting or anything. So that can also take a toll on your mental health, just being alone in your pregnancy and being a single parent. So we can never actually confirm men, but you know, sometimes there are certain people you're within a relationship with them and you feel like it's a safe space to have a child with them, if there is a safe space to have a child with somebody. But you know what I mean, if you're with the right partner, have your child with them. And then also, once you have a child, there is no going back. There's no way to say, I'm not ready for this, I don't want this anymore, I don't want this baby anymore. It's there forever. It's a forever thing. So just make sure that you are ready. It really does change your life. Choices that you make within your life, everything that's got to do with your life will change. So just make sure that you're ready. Number 2 is not a question. She says, congratulations on being a woman that has kept pushing, claiming her own happiness, and a go-getter. Thank you so much. That's so kind that you think that of me. The next question is, what inspired you to start a YouTube channel? So I started my YouTube channel, like, I think it was 10 years ago. At that time, I was working in America. I was on an internship and I wanted to buy hair, and then I started watching like your hair reviews on YouTube. Like, it was the American girlies doing hair reviews. Mostly I used to watch like Pick Meal, and what was the name? I think it's Jennifer Jenkins. I'll put her YouTube if I can find it on the screen. So I would say they inspired me, and yeah, I just thought it was pretty cool to have a YouTube channel. So I bought myself hair from AliExpress and I did like a review on it. If you go back to my very first video, you'll see how messy it is. It's really messy. I didn't do my research. I was playing like music on my laptop for like the background music. I didn't know what I was doing. I was not inspired by Bobby Shadi, Bokeh Yams. It was just, yeah, me watching her reviews and stuff, and I thought it was cool. And I think I didn't carry on with it because if you look at my YouTube journey, I started 10 years ago, but I only started being like X.X.X like I think it was 2 to 3 years ago, if I'm not mistaken. I think the surrounding also, I was not supported. People were laughing at me like, ooh, she's starting a YouTube channel. What's so special about that? Hey, she's reviewing. But yeah, so I didn't go forward with the YouTube channel 10 years ago, but then I was now re-inspired again, seeing people in South Africa having YouTube channels. I was like, let me just carry on and see where this takes me. And that is how I got back to YouTube. Okay, so the next question is, when are you coming back to America? This is from a guy that I worked with when I was in America. If you didn't know, I worked in America, I think it was 10 years ago. 10 years ago, it was an internship. So the first internship I did was 6 months. I worked at it was like a golf course. It was a golf course. Like they used to play a lot of golf there. Like it was a resort where like a retired people would stay. Does that make sense? Yeah, they would stay, like rich retired Americans would stay. They just play golf and just there's restaurants there. So yeah, that's the first internship. The second internship that I did was at Disney. I worked at Disney it was a restaurant. Yeah, I was a hostess at a restaurant. It was called Boma. Yeah, so he's asking when am I going back. You know, like I said, having a child changes so much. When I went to America then, I did not have Tiri, and now I have Tiri, so things are totally different. For the longest time, I considered that I told myself I'd never go back to like work because I don't want to leave my son behind. I know there are means to eventually move your like child when you're working in America, but just the thought of me going for like now a year on an internship or anything and not seeing my son for that long, I can't take that thought. But I think it was sometime last week where I was like, it wouldn't be a bad idea to go back to America. Financially, it would make so much sense because I feel like I haven't really discovered myself, I haven't really figured myself out. It'd really be a good idea, but my only challenge is my son, who's going to help him with homework, all of that stuff. So I am considering it right now. It would make sense financially. For my son also, it would be really great because I'd be able to take him to a school that I love for him. I would be able to afford it because school fees are expensive, guys. The school that he's in is just okay. I wouldn't say I'm really happy with the school. To be honest, I'm not happy with the school, but I can't financially afford to take him to the school that I really love for him. So I'm at crossroads whether I should go back or I shouldn't go back. Okay, the next question is, what is your dream holiday destination? I would say Bali. I'd like to go to Bali. It looks very summery. It looks like it's my kind of aesthetics when it comes to holiday, and I'd really have beautiful content because I'm a content creator. Like, you want to have beautiful pictures and all of that, so I just feel like it matches my aesthetics. I would like to go to New York. I've been to Miami, so I'd like to go to like New York. Also Bahamas would really be nice. The funny thing is, when I worked at Disney, we were able to go to Jamaica and Bahamas, and all I ever did was keep on going to Miami. So I would love to go to like places like Bahamas. Let's move on to the next question. Is, are you in a relationship? No, ma'am, I am not within a relationship. I'm just dating, guys. I'm getting to know people. I'm looking at my options. Like, I'm just getting to know people and nothing serious, going on dates where I can. I'm still looking for my ideal Mr. Dlamini. The next question is, are you planning on working in a hotel again? I think if push comes to shove, I would work in a hotel again. Right now, as you guys all know, that I'm a personal shopper. It's like I'm running my own business basically. It does make me enough money to pay for, like, to afford my life for me and Tyrion. But it's just so nice to get a salary every month. It's really nice to get a salary every month. I struggle with putting money away, like, and then creating a salary for myself. I hope that makes sense. But it's really nice that to know that at the end of the month I'm going to get 10,000 from my job. That is really nice. But going back to a hotel is really tricky for me because most of the hotels are like in Sandton or just like Joburg side, more of the Joburg side. And that means I would have to move again away from my son. And yeah, and people probably ask, why don't you just move with him? Like, I want to move with him when I know it is stable. Like, I'm stable where I'm staying. I'm not going to move again. I don't want to have to move to school like every year. I don't want to do that to him. So right now, at home is home to him, and this is the only home he's ever known. So moving him would be like very, what do I say, very different for him. Yeah, it would be very different and a very big move for him because here where we are staying is all he knows. All his life he was born here and he's been living here, so it would be a very big change for my son. So I don't know if I'd ever work at a hotel again. And also the working hours are really crazy, and the money is not that there's no money in the hotel industry. I feel like there's no money in the hotel industry. I remember one of our lectures saying that when you work in the hotel industry, just make sure you have a rich man. That's what she used to say that. And now that I've worked in the hotel industry, I get what she means because there is no money and there are no benefits. Like what pension fund, most hotels, there are no like what pension fund, there's no like overtime, there's no like retirement, what, like nothing. Basically, when you need to save all those things up for yourself, and I feel like the money is not enough for you to save up for all of those things. I hope that makes sense. The next question is, are you co-parenting? If yes, how is it going? Let me get comfortable. Let me get comfortable, honey. I'm not co-parenting at all. Yeah, I had to talk about T's dad. We're talking about T's dad. Yeah, I had to talk about him because I feel like there's nothing to talk about him because he's not present. So what am I going to say about him? I'm not co-parenting with him. Yeah, I'm not co-parenting with him. And I feel like part of me wants to accept that I'll never get to co-parent with him. I'll always be a single parent to Thierry. So yeah, it is what it is. Those are all the questions from Instagram. I'm going to move over to the questions from YouTube. The first question is, it's actually like 6 questions from the same person. The first question is, how old are you? I am 34 years old. 30s, in my 30s, gang. Where are you? Check in, say hi. I am 34 years old. The second question is, where do you see yourself in 5 years to come? Like, I feel like this question is so hard to answer because I feel like I haven't figured myself out. I haven't figured out what I really want to do in terms of like career. Do I want to be in business forever? Do I want to find a job? Do I want to work in the hotel industry? Do I want to go back to America? Like, I haven't figured all of those things out yet. And honestly, when I was growing up, I thought that in my 30s I'd be married. At the age of 30, I'd be married, having my first child and everything, but it didn't plan out that way. And I don't want to put a time frame to certain things I want to achieve in my life, but I would say I would love to be in like a more stable relationship. I would love to be with the love of my life, living a happy life. We don't have to be married or anything, but I would like to be in a stable relationship, and I would love to have figured out, because in 5 years time I'll be like 39 to 40. I would love to have figured out what I want to be. Do I want to be into business forever, or do I want to be in a working space? So I hope that answers the question. The next question is Terry's father involved in Terry's life? No, ma'am, he is not involved in Terry's life. To be honest with you, he has never met Terry. So emotional to answer this question. We don't co-parent, like I said, and I feel very calm about it. I'm very, you don't hear me talking much about his dad. I just feel like there's nothing much to say about him. Like I said, we don't co-parent. Financially, I wouldn't really say he helps me whenever he feels like it. That's when he comes to the boat. But honestly, he's not involved into his life, and I would love for him to be involved. I feel like every child deserves to have both parents in their life, even if they're separated, but it's not always like that, guys. The next question is what is the question? Oh, do you think you will ever move out of your parents' house? Yes, I would love to move out of my parents' house. I don't want to stay at home forever. As an adult, living in your parents' house is not always easy, and because there are always going to be rules, guys. Like, there are always going to be rules. You can't go in and out as you please. It's not your house. There are rules, and you need to follow those rules. So I do want to move out, but just like financially right now, it wouldn't make sense for me. I'm not financially ready to move out. Moving out can be expensive. So for now, I'm not planning on moving out. And I think one of the things that actually make me, should I say, spoil me into being relaxed about moving out is that, if you've noticed, it's just me and Siri always in the house. My mom is hardly around. My dad is not around. He's Limpopo. He's been there for almost a year. My mom is always at work. She comes on weekends. So we're always together with Siri. So it almost feels like I am living alone, just in my parents' house. And I think being the only child sort of spoils me also into not moving out. Yeah, because it's just me and Siri. Maybe if I was at home and had a sister and brothers, I'd be like, oh, I need my own space, I need to go. Then I would move out. But I do want to move out and get my own place and live happily ever after. The next question is, are you going to do YouTube forever? I think I will do YouTube forever, even if it's not like full-time. I don't have a job to quit, so I'll always have my business, of course, but I think I'll do YouTube for as long as I can, because like I said, it's nice to have a YouTube channel. Like, you can look at videos you did 5 years ago and be like, oh, 5 years ago I was here and now I'm here. And I also just love it because I get to save memories for my son. Yeah, so I think I'm going to be on YouTube forever. I'm going to be, you know, that what's her name, that old American lady on Instagram, the content creator. I'm going to be her pushing content at the age of 90. The next question is, when are we meeting up for a lunch date? This is from Heather. These questions are from Heather. Heather, I'm always ready for a lunch date. We just need to make a date and meet up. And yeah, I'm always ready. I am always ready. Hopefully, the year is almost over. Like, the year is almost over. Hopefully, by the end of the year, we can meet up and have lunch. The next question is, this person says, no question, but I just wanted to say you are a wonderful mom. Thank you so much. I really, 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 really love hearing such comments because they motivate you to keep pushing, do better, and all of that good stuff. The next question is, I admire the way you raise your son. Just a quick one. As I'm in hustling season also, do you get a chance to save? If so, how do you do it? Because I personally struggle. To be honest, I also struggle to save money. Running a business is hard. You need to have discipline to actually save money because money comes in bits and pieces. This week you might make 500, next week you might make 200. It's never the same, so you need to have the discipline to save money. So how I'm saving money is by the stokvel that I joined. I think I've mentioned it in some of my vlogs. I've joined the stokvel, so every week I'm forced to save 600 rand. Yeah, I'm forced to save 600 rand every week. So that's how I save money. And yeah, that's how I save money. Honestly, that's how I save money, because it is hard saving money, especially when you're single parents. It's hard saving money. So yeah, that's how I save my money. The next question is, hey sis, what's your favorite thing to do in your spare time? Do you have hobbies or interests outside of YouTube and your job? So if I'm not on YouTube and I'm not a personal shopper, I'm just that girl who likes to go to restaurants, try new food, try new drinks, try new spots, just relax, spend time with my son, go on dates with my son. I enjoy baking. I do enjoy baking, and I also do enjoy cooking, but I just don't do it as much as I would love to do it. And I'm just a girly girl, love clothes, love fashion. Is shopping a hobby? If shopping is a hobby, then shopping is my hobby. Enjoy shopping. If I had all the money in the world, I'd shop probably every week, you know, all of that cute girly stuff. And then, did I answer all the questions? Yeah, I answered all her questions. The next question is not a question. I love your personality, nje mina madlamini, and you ooze so much confidence. Thank you so much. And the next question is, who is your support system in raising your son? I admire your parenting style. Keep it up, Standwa Sam. My support system is my mother. My mother has always been there from the very first day I told her I'm pregnant. She has always been there. She always shows up for me and my son. Financially, she shows up. She really does help me. If T is sick, she takes care of his medication. She also buys him clothes every now and then. She is basically my co-parenting partner. So yeah, I do co-parent with my mother. Yeah, so that is who my support system is. And you admire my parenting style. Thank you so much. I appreciate hearing those words. They keep me going, because single parenting is hard. It is so hard. Some days you feel like, oh my god, I can't do this, but hearing such comments really push me to do better. The next question is, mommy, do you have any siblings? Yes, I do have siblings from my father's side. My father does have kids. I've got 3 siblings from his side. I've got a brother. His name is Michael. We actually share a birth date. I was born on the 8th of May 1990. He was born on the 8th of May 1989. My father's a very dangerous man. He is a very dangerous man. Yeah, me and him, I wouldn't say we're close, but we do keep in touch. We do talk every now and then. I do sort of have a relationship with him, but not a really close relationship. And then there is, I think his name is Devil. With him, I'm saying I think because I'm not close with him at all. I think I would actually bump into him at the mall and I wouldn't know it's him, because I don't have a close relationship with him. I haven't seen, like, I don't remember seeing him. I have seen him, but I don't really remember actually see him like I've seen Michael. I know Michael even used to come to my house. The third one, her name, I think, Lydia. I'm not too sure. I think I even have her on Facebook. We're not close, guys. I'm not close with my siblings. So yeah, I do have siblings. It's 3 siblings from my father's side. From my mother's side, I am the only child. I feel like I'm an only child because on my mother's side, I am the only child. Yeah. The last question is, are you married into a Dlamini family? No, guys, I'm not married. I am not married. Let me explain to you how the Madlamini name came about. Guys, there was a specific Zulu song that I liked. What is it? When umuntu wami futhi sohlezi ngikuthanda noma bathini umuntu wami when that song, I think it's called Paris. I think the name of the song is Paris. I loved that song from late last year. I love that song. You guys always used to hear me jam into the song in my vlogs, so I was like, I want to be a Zulu girlfriend. I think I like Zulu men. I feel like Madlamini is a stage name for YouTube. It's just a stage name for YouTube. It doesn't really mean that when I date somebody they need to strictly be Zulu. It's a stage name for YouTube. So I just one day came up like, since I want to be a Zulu girlfriend, let me just get a name for myself, and Madlamini was the first name that came into my mind. So that's how the name came about, and me being an inspiring Zulu girlfriend. So I'm not really particular about who I date. They can be Mopedi, Muzulu, yeah, can be anybody. So anyway, guys, those are all the questions that you guys asked me. I hope you enjoyed this get to know me tag. Please do give this video a like, and yeah, I will definitely see you guys in the next episode of Vlogtober.